Hi, everyone. My name is Adrian, the founder and travel advisor at Breathless Getaways, and I am here with Cesar Briceño, who is the business development manager at Karisma. Hi, Cesar. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, Adrian, thank you very much. It's actually a pleasure to host this interview with you and let the clients know about different things that we're doing in Karisma Hotels and Resorts to welcome them back.
Great. And I know they will be so happy to come back to you guys. I have clients right now that want to travel. They're still a little bit nervous about it, so I'm glad we're doing this so we can tell them what Karisma is doing to make sure there is a safe environment for everybody. So if you can just start with telling us about the Karisma properties and which resorts fall under that umbrella.
All right. In Karisma Hotels and Resorts, we have different hotels in three main destinations, which are Mexico in Riviera Maya, Dominican Republic, Punta Cana, and Jamaica in Negril. Under the Karisma Hotels and Resorts umbrella, we have different brands for different niche markets. We have for adults only, we have El Dorado Resorts only in Riviera Maya in Mexico. We also have in Mexico for families, we have Azul Beach Resorts and Generations Riviera Maya. And also we have the brand new Margaritaville Island Reserve Resorts Riviera Cancun. In Dominican Republic, we have for families Nickelodeon Hotels and Resorts Punta Cana. And in Negril, we have in Jamaica Azul Beach Resort Negril, where we met in the past in a family we did together, right? And so those are the different brands that we have under Karisma Hotels and Resorts. And as you heard, we have different brands for different niche market, which all of them are great, suitable for weddings, groups, social groups, honeymooners, anniversary couples, families, girlfriends getaway. We have hotel for all kind of vacation purpose.
That's great. And I absolutely love the Karisma brand. Your resorts are absolutely amazing. They're luxury 5-star properties, and I can't wait to get back there myself. Is there anything that guests need to do to prepare before they arrive to the resort? And what should the check-in and arrival experience look like when they do arrive?
Right. Well, actually, what I recommend to all the travel agents when I talk to them about clients coming to a destination is to make sure they review our peace of mind initiative, which are actually explaining to all of you the safety protocols that we're implementing in all destinations. So we have actually partnered with well-known international organizations like Crystal International, EarthCheck, actually since 2013, and actually all the properties in Mexico have been certified by EarthCheck. So I recommend that first to go and see exactly what are the peace of mind initiative, all the protocols by area. And actually when the clients arrive to a Karisma resort right now, well, first of all, the temperature is checked, right, for those clients. And when they got to the lobby, the bellboy, he actually asked to clean the luggage, to sanitize. So with previous authorization of the client, they can actually sanitize the luggage. And after that, it's actually with a stick saying that this luggage has been sanitized. They're taken to the lobby, to the front desk, where actually we'll be installing plexiglass for all the front desk. It's in the process right now. But the social distance markers are in some resorts already, right? And actually now the clients can check in virtually, or I mean online, before they get to the front desk. The only thing they have to do when they get to the front desk is actually to receive the welcome kit with the keys, also the map of the resort, what exactly we were actually handling before, but everything now with a sticker, everything sanitized. Very important to know that all the staff in the resort, they're wearing masks, all right, they're wearing gloves in some areas, and they're keeping social distances. So the clients, when they're asked for a credit card for incidentals, actually there's no touching at all now. They actually have the point of sale, or the POS is in the front desk. They actually can swipe the credit card and they do not touch nothing. So they can actually, open credit for incidentals. Right. And after that, the bellboy will take him directly to the room, right? And now the bellboy is not entering to the room like before. We're trying to avoid the access for many people to the room, and they can explain On the way to the room, they can explain about the hotel a little bit, and they just can enjoy the facilities. Everything is open, all the restaurant activities like normal basis, but
Great.
now with more precautions.
So
Yeah.
in terms of room cleaning and like housekeeping, is the room going to be serviced every day as it was in the past in terms of cleaning the room? How does that work?
Well, as I mentioned, we're trying to avoid a lot of people accessing to the room. So what we're offering right now is a housekeeping service every 48 hours or on request of the clients. The guests can actually request not to clean the room for the entire stay, or if they want, we actually advise the front desk. The cleaning will be actually every 48 hours. Now we're implementing some stickers for in some critical points in the room, like for example, the telephone, the remote control, those critical points are actually sanitized and with a little stick so the clients can feel more confident because those are the kind of the things that they touch more.
Right.
And also, for example, we're replacing the glass bottles of water. Now we're using back only one-use plastic bottle so they can actually throw them away after they drink the water. And also we are sanitizing the whole room, everything, you know, with the protocols and everything supported by this standard international protocols by Crystal Earth Check. And also we are actually, in case a client will request new linen or they will request a special service, we can go back. But we try to avoid access into the room as much as we can, unless the guests want.
Okay. And for restaurants, of course, the restaurants will be open, but will the restaurants still have the buffet? And if so, what are the changes that you have made with the buffet stations?
Well, actually, we're changing the breakfast. In most of our restaurant in hotels, we offer a la carte dinner, lunch, and dinner. And we were used to offer food displays that we in our gourmet inclusive concept, we have changed the term in actually food display, which is not the same as buffet. Uh, but the food display has been changed now with these new protocols. Now we're going to offer a la carte breakfast in all the restaurants right now. So all the staff, the host, the restaurant manager, the waiters, all of them are wearing masks and they have a protocol. They have to, in case they're using gloves, for example, they have to change early certain time. So we're trying to show the client that we're actually implementing all this to make sure that they also feel confident when they go to any restaurant. But just make sure that you tell, well, the clients can actually see in this video, in this interview, that we're actually changing the food display for a la carte breakfast.
That's great. That's good to know. What is the maximum capacity that the brands are doing? Is it at 50% for maximum? Is it at 70%? What does that look like?
Right now, we are operating based on the government law right now, statement. And the government of Quintana Roo, where the state where the Riviera Maya, Cancun, Playa del Carmen is, it has stated the hotel has to work in a maximum capacity of 30% right now. So we're just expecting more news in the next weeks. But so far, that's the maximum capacity that we can actually operate, 30%.
Okay, and honestly, people may like that. I know some resorts are doing 50, some are doing 70, so they may like the 30% maximum. That's
Yeah, that's
good.
actually good for the also for the social distance. And actually, checking the hotels, something that we didn't probably, or maybe some travel agents or clients didn't realize before, is that our hotels are really spread out. They're not really huge. They're just really spread out hotels. But and if well, you saw in one of our properties that you visited before in the grill, the valley beds, the sun beds, everything is really spread out. Despite, for example, the hotel that we went together in the grill. It's a boutique side hotel. You know, you never feel crowded because it's spread out all the areas of the beach. So actually, this is actually better when we are in this occupancy because now clients can feel more confident and say, okay, we have to keep a social distance, but this hotel is really spread out enough to really feel that you can feel confident that you're not really close to any guest around it.
Right. Like, yeah, even before COVID, yeah, I remember when I met you at Azul Beach in the grill, it was very spacious. There was a lot of space and, you know, it's a wonderful, beautiful property. So I know people will feel comfortable going there now.
Yes.
So in terms of swim up bar, the spas, or anything different about those, are the swim up bars still available right now?
Yes, cinema bars, spa, restaurant. I mean, all the facilities are open right now, and we're just implementing more in deep the protocols of safety of cleaning protocols. And the spa, for example, we invite clients to actually call before in case they have questions about the spa treatments, anything they would like to do there. We have a menu actually on the room on TV. They can see everything there listed with prices, schedule, and in case they have any question, they just can call the spa and just get more details about the services we're providing. And once they arrive to the spa, the temperature is checked again, and everyone is wearing a mask. We provide sanitizing. Actually, in the rooms, we're now offering a welcome kit, including swipes and also sanitizer in the room. So we're just implementing this in all the areas, but everything is working now on a regular basis.
Great. I can't wait to come back, Cesar. Oh, I can't wait.
Me too. Me too.
Yes. Okay, so we talked about temperature taking. If a guest goes on an excursion, any tours, are you saying that every time they come back into the property, the temperature will be taken again?
Yes, yes. And actually, very good question. If they are lower than 100 degrees, well, so they can just continue with their regular check-in process. But in case someone is about in 100, they actually are checked in a separate area, and they have to take actually to a specific room. It's like isolated room, where they are actually have a sector check. And in case it's still above 100, they're isolated. These guests, also with the companions, spouses or family members or any other one who is traveling together, everyone is gathered in this isolated area. And after they get a second temperature check, there is a doctor that we have in facilities. He comes to the room and he starts a survey that is actually designed by the state health department. And they have to follow the procedure that is in this survey. And they have to wait probably about 12 hours, I might say, in this isolated room to get the result of they have to do a test, of course, and they have to wait for the result. If nothing happened, that we hope that nothing happened in the resource, that might happen, right? But we hope everything is okay with all the guests. And so after that, they can continue the regular check-in process. But in case someone is infected, one of the family members, whoever is traveling, or the guest is infected, they actually have to be taken now to a specific area of the resort that is assigned to people who might be infected, or is a contact, someone who we suspect that is actually infected. And this person is going to be isolated, and one person of the family member or the spouse, if it's in a good health, it will be the only person contacting with a direct contact with this person. We promote also, we encourage the social distance inside this room, but actually this person won't be allowed to actually use the main facility of the resort. He's going to be isolated. Will be the whole stay inside this room. We will make sure as appropriate to provide the food, the water, and all the medical attention in case it's required. But it's very important to know also that if you as actually a client is going to any Karisma resort or any other place here in this destination, we always recommend to get a travel insurance. It's very important to get a travel insurance. Nowadays, it's more than important, right? I say the basic thing you have to do when you buy a vacation to Mexico or any other destination. And it's also very important to know that all the medical expenses that actually based on this has to be covered by the guest. We provide all the assistance. We provide the medical assistance that we can inside the resort. But if it's going beyond that, it has to be covered by the guest.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because travel insurance is so important even before COVID. But now with COVID, you cannot travel without that. You need it, because that can get really expensive in terms of medical bills, in terms of the resort fees, because if you have to stay there for 2 weeks as opposed to the, let's say, 7 days you had booked, you have to cover that too. So absolutely, insurance is very important. But it's great to know that you guys already have a plan in place. You know, if there is anyone that has a fever, you're going to isolate them right away, and the family. And if they test positive, then you isolate them in a separate room. Yes. And then get the medical attention should they need anything. And hopefully you won't have to experience that, but at least you have a plan in place. That's great.
Absolutely.
Everybody is dying to come back. And thank you so much for all of this great information. I'm definitely going to share with my clients, and I know this is going to be helpful for everyone. And you'll be seeing me soon, hopefully, in either Jamaica or Dominican Republic. And once again, Cesar, thank you so much for this wonderful interview.
Thank you very much, Adrienne. It's a pleasure. And on behalf of Karisma Hotels and Resort, we will wait for you anytime you will come back. We're already open in Mexico. Next month, opening in Punta Cana, Nickelodeon. And stay tuned because we have a new Margaritaville Island Resort opening next year in Mexico, another in Cap Cana, and another Nickelodeon in Riviera Maya. Stay tuned and thank you very much, Adrienne.
Awesome. Great. Thank you so much, Cesar. Take care.